guys, welcome back to Fly Fit Fierce the channel. It's your girl Ashante. Today I'm back with a really quick and simple video. I'm going to show you how to make your very own cmos gel right in your own kitchen. So a couple months ago I did post a video showing you how to make your own cmos face mask. I'll leave that video up here if you haven't checked it out. But today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own cmos gel that you can use for so many things. Before we get started, I do want to make sure you are subscribed to this channel. So if you are not, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also, make sure you hit that bell. That way you will be notified about when I post new videos. And as always, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That way I know what type of content you guys enjoy. Here we go. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need, of course, is your cmos. I don't want to talk for a really long time about your cmos, but it is really important that you get good quality cmos. So cmos is literally grown in the bottom of the ocean. It should look like a seaweed or a weed or some type of, long stringy thing. The biggest test that I can say to make sure your cmos is real is to just give it the smell test. It smells fishy. I'm not gonna lie, it smells fishy. It's from the bottom of the sea, so if it's real, that's what it is supposed to smell like. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and rinse off our cmos with some pure water. So we're going to make sure we do not use any tap water. It's recommended to use a bottled water or a spring water to rinse the sand, the sea salts, and any other particles away. Of course, I am using the Healing Springs water from Blackville, South Carolina. I could not do this video without giving a plug to Blackville, South Carolina. So shout out to Blackville and Healing Springs. And once you rinse your cmos off, you're gonna put it back in a bowl and you're gonna fill it up with more of your spring water or your bottled water, and you're gonna pop a couple limes in there. The limes are gonna help neutralize the taste, and it's gonna help get rid of that fishy taste. So we're gonna let that soak overnight, at least 4 hours, but it is recommended that it soaks overnight. So it is the morning after, and here I am. As you can see, the cmos has expanded a couple of times. That is also an indicator of cmos. So if your cmos does not expand overnight, it is probably not real. Right now you can see me using a clean pair of kitchen scissors or kitchen shears, and I'm just cutting the cmos up. I have heard from a lot of people that did not do this step, and what happens is the little spindles of the cmos wrap around the blades of your blender. So a lot of people have killed their blender making cmos. You just want to make sure you cut it into inch size pieces. I think I stayed around 4 to 5 inches for each piece, and you just want to cut it before you put it into your blender, which is what I am doing now. So right now I am just getting the rest of the cmos into my blender, and for the sake of this video I am using a NutriBullet or a small personal blender, just to show you guys it doesn't matter what size blender you have, big or small, you can make your cmos. You may just have to make smaller batches with a smaller blender. So I am filling the water up in my blender cup, and your water just needs to come to the point where it covers the cmos. So your water should be at the same level of your cmos as you see right here in this close-up. That is the golden rule. It's going to give you perfect cmos every time, I promise. So when you blend, it is important that you do blend for at least a minute, and this is going to ensure that our cmos is smooth. I do hear from people and they say, well, my cmos is still a little lumpy, and the only reason that is because we haven't blended for long enough. I do make sure I blend for at least a full minute or at least 60 seconds. Most of the times I'll blend for 15 seconds and then I'll take a little rest, and then I'll blend again, and then I'll do that 4 times for 60 seconds. So the biggest part here is just making sure you blend until your heart is content. once you've got it blended up, you want to go ahead and pour your sea moss in a glass jar, a glass mason jar, some type of glass jar. It's going to keep the sea moss pure and it's going to keep it airtight. As you can see, the sea moss is runny when we first blend it, but once we put it into the refrigerator, it is going to gel up and it's going to be more of a gel state. I would like to say that your sea moss should last you 2 weeks. So once you make your jar of sea moss, you should be using it in about 2 weeks. That's how long it will last in the refrigerator. And I'll show you guys a earlier batch I made. As you can see, it's in its gel form. And that is just what we want. Before I go, I am gonna give you guys a shameless plug. Don't throw your sea moss water away. So the water that you soaked your sea moss in still has a lot of nutrients. I use this water to water my plants. So sea moss is literally the gift that keeps on giving. There are so many uses for sea moss. So if you don't have a plant, just go buy a plant today, guys. I am a plant girl. I encourage you to buy a plant. Thank you guys for watching this video. As always, make sure you leave a thumbs up and leave a comment if you enjoyed it. Make sure you are subscribed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.